30 failing shows. 30 failing shows go on to talk about me, the Duke, the man, the legend. 30 failing shows. And why would you guys watch that shit or do anything? Talk about me all day? What right? How dare he? What gives him the right in this country to talk about me? He is nothing but a dues payer. Nothing but a shitware. And that's a fact. We're going to talk facts in this community. This is the Dabbleverse. This community was founded because of me, because of my talents, because of my education, because of my superior brain power. So for the shitware to question me is un-American. It's unconstitutional. How can we question that? How can we accept that in this country? How can we do that? How can we do that? How is that acceptable? There is nothing we can accept about those facts. There is nothing true about those facts. Nothing. 30 failing shows. 30 failing shows! What can we say about these shows? Why do they talk about me? Why do they do it? What gives them the right in this country to talk about me? There's nothing in the Constitution that says they're allowed to talk about me. The world famous Stuttering John. Just because I'm better than them. I'm better looking, more educated, have more money in the bank. I have stocks. I have bonds, annuities, real estate, a diversified portfolio. Hey Irish, how you doing? Thanks for being here. Talking about 30 failing shows and why we don't accept it and what we're going to do about it. We will take any and all measures to have them defeated. That's what we're going to do. We're free to do. We're on the corner of Sheridan and Sweet Home. And we're on the street talking about the dues payer. You know, he calls himself the dues payer, but did he pay his dues? Did he really? Does he know what's going on in this country? Or does he just know how to talk about me? Makes his living off me. Riding on my coattails. How can we accept this? How you doing today, Irish? There's nothing we can accept about this. And that's a fact. That's a fact backed up by documents. That's a fact, Jack! There's nothing we can accept about this. These facts. In this community. In this Dabbleverse. How could you believe anyone? Hey Ricardo, how you doing? How could you believe anyone in this community? They all lie. They're all a bunch of thieves. Chad Zumach, watch your credit cards around him, okay? Rob Saul, also a credit card thief. No, he ain't a good guy. He's one of the good guys. Rob's a good guy. He's my friend. I don't have any friends because of shitware. Oh wow, Jamaica. That sounds delightful. How's the weather out there? What can we say about Jamaica? It's a nice place. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it if you did subscribe. If you like this content, we go on the streets every day, almost every day. We do fun things. We go to waterfalls. Okay. Talk about the dues payer and why we don't accept him. There's nothing we can accept about that dues payer. There's nothing we can accept about him. He's a rotten apple. He's infected the whole bunch. He's not good. He's not pure. Talks about me for a living. Imagine. If you had to say to your family, your kids, they had to say, Dad, what do you do for a living? I don't ever see you leave the house. You gotta say, it is what it is. I talk about someone that's more famous than me, better looking than me. And that's what he has to say. How can he feel good about that in this country, with this Constitution, with this Bill of Rights? The Declaration of Independence says we're free in America. Oh, that's nice, Irish. We're free to do what we want in America. From the founding documents of the Magna Carta, we were free in America. But the newspayer can't read. He doesn't know how to read or write. He doesn't know his ABCs. He doesn't know math. He doesn't even know basic math. So he doesn't know these facts. We gotta teach him everything. Oh, thanks, Irish. These are facts. And when's the last time the newspayer has left his studio to engage his audience? Okay? When's the last time Neil's brother has left his studio to engage his audience? You'll never see that. What about 30 failing shows? When do they leave? What do they have to do? They're not capable of anything. Duke has to teach them basic education. Starting with second grade, that's where they left off. That's where they failed in America. We're free to do what we want in America, in this country, but we should be responsible. We should honor the Constitution, the Bill of Rights. We should honor the Declaration of Independence and the Magna Carta, founded in 1215 by King John. These are facts. We're going to talk facts on this channel. This is the only righteous channel out there. All the other channels are fake, false, fraud, failing, flunky, floozy, F-rated. F-rated channels. What can we say about these criminals? Why do they do this? What gives them the right to attack me all day, all night? If I wasn't such a strong man, I don't think I would have made it through all this. But I realized something. They're jealous of success. They're jealous of a man that's richer than they ever dreamed. I'm richer than they would ever dream. More popular. The newspaper's riding on my coattails. These are facts. These are facts. Yeah, it's a nice part of town, I guess, for relatively speaking. Yeah, Sweet Home in Sheridan. It's considered, I think, Williamsville or Amherst. It's busy here in the morning, huh? Try to stay out of people's ways here. We got the traffic cam going on, guys. What about that newspaper? What about him? What gives him the right to broadcast about me in his basement all day? Why is that right? There's nothing we can accept about that. What do you think about that? He's jealous of a man that's more successful than he has ever been. What about that newspaper? What has he ever done for Howard Stern? He didn't do anything significant. What about that? What about that? What can we say about that? It's a few minutes after 10 a.m., maybe probably about 10:15 a.m. here in a suburb of Buffalo, New York. What time do you got, Irish? Where do you live? You don't have to say. Oh. Oh, Dublin, 5 hours behind. Okay, I thought you guys were ahead. Alright, that's cool. Very interesting. What else can we say about the dues payer? Yeah, ahead. Okay, that's what I thought. So it's about 2 o'clock over there, huh? Give or take. Of course, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. Yeah, I hear that. This is pretty early for me to stream, too. But I had something to say about that dues payer. Nothing you can do about that dues payer. What gives him the right to attack me? I've been judged and prejudged against the American way, against the Constitution. These are things that we're fighting against in this country. Yeah, that's true, Irish. It's always beer o'clock somewhere. People should be responsible when they talk about me, the Duke. You don't just go ahead and make things up like they do, like the dues payer, like Rocco does, like the potato does. What gives them the right? And now even the pineapples chimed in to talk about me. Why is that okay? Why is that acceptable in this country? I don't see nothing in the Constitution that says people can pick on the Duke. There has to be consequences for their actions. Can't just pick on the Duke. How can they do that? How can they do that in this country? How is that fair? How is that just? How is that justice in America? There has to be reforms in the laws to deal with the dues payer. We're going to have to take this to the Capitol. We're going to have the laws changed. We can do that. We have that power. We're going to need to sign petitions. Something has to change. Something has to give. You can't talk about the Duke. You can't disparage his name in this country. That's a fact check. Okay? That's a fact backed up by documents. So, the dues payer should try to be responsible. And even we're talking about Neil's brother too. They should try to be responsible. They failed the challenge. They have to talk about me. What gives them the right to talk about me in this country? My name is Stuttering John. I'm world famous. There's nothing world famous about that dues payer. His views are fake. Buys his views from India. He barely has 100 subscribers. And we're talking about Rocco too. Same with him. Same with the potato. Got kicked off the internet. Got kicked off these, There's nothing good about these people. There is nothing right about these people. Hey, I don't know if I can pronounce your name. Erdely. Thank you for being here. Appreciate your support. We're dealing with the dues payer. We're dealing with a total disrespect of the law. They don't respect the Constitution. They don't respect the Bill of Rights. Fire and rescue, how you doing? Okay, we'll take your word for that one. Fire and rescue inquiry says there's volcanic activity on the moon of Jupiter. There's a Thetan generator as well. Well, that's pretty interesting. Maybe we can do a stream about that. What about that? What do you think the dues payer has to say about that? Too bad he can't read or write, so he can't read the chat. He doesn't know how to read or write. Failed out of 2nd grade. He's too busy eating glue and not coloring between the lines. That's pretty sad in this country when you can't pass 2nd grade. He couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. What is wrong with this country when you can't do that? Oh. Hey, Detroit, how you doing? Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a friend. We're talking about the dues payer and why he's not right and what's wrong with him in this country. There's nothing right about that dues payer. There's nothing right about that shitware. Detroit by Dark is a good friend of the channel. Nothing wrong with my channel. There's something wrong with the dues payer channel. It's all he does is make fun of me. How can he make his living off of me? How can he feel good about that? There's nothing to feel good about that. There. How could he do that? How could he do that? How could he feel good about that? We're talking about Rocco too. We're talking about 30 failing shows, folks. 30 failing shows. 30 failing shows. What do they have to say for themselves in this country? Why do they do it? What gives them the right to talk about the Duke? I don't accept it. You guys don't accept it. Appreciate your support with dealing with the dues payer. We can't accept his malfeasance. The dues payer's been derelict in his duties. Why is that acceptable? I do not accept that. There is nothing we can accept about that dues payer. There's nothing right about him. That's right, Detroit by Dark. Detroit by Dark has a great statement. Says the Chuli talk on the phone with Kate Meany for hours. Only the Duke. Thank you. She wouldn't talk to that dues payer. She can't do that. She can't. She won't put up with him. Only the Duke. Only the Duke. Thank you for the support. Detroit by Dark. Pardon me, I'm going to take a sip of water here, folks. Ah. Ah. Oh. I can't believe somebody left a cart just like that. It's not something the dues payer would do. Disrespect for the community. Well, when you fail out of second grade, that's what happens. You don't know how to read or write. That's what happens. Total disrespect for the community. And that's the dues payer in a nutshell, folks. He doesn't respect the community. He doesn't respect himself. He doesn't respect the Duke. Why is he allowed to get away with that? How could he do that? What gives him the right to disrespect the community? Look at all this trash. Is that from the Shuley network? You tell me. You tell me. Oh, how's everyone doing today? On this fine day. You tell me. That's right. People say I won't go on Rob Saul's show. How dare they? I'm usually, it's not that, no disrespect to Rob, I'm usually guzzle down a couple beers and I'm usually sleeping by 8 p.m. folks. That's my right. That's my privilege in this country. You can't discriminate against me. And Keep Digging 7 is asking if I'm going to pick it up. I don't think, with all due respect, Keep Digging. Do you know what kind of man I am? Do you know how powerful of a man I am? We need people like the shitware come pick this up. Not me. I'm the most famous person in this Dabbleverse. Fire and Rescue. Poe and the Go stated there are 200 streams and they won't always get along. That's fair. That's fair. I'll Keep Digging says file a complaint. Maybe we will do that. I will file multiple complaints on the Dues Payers channel. Shuley Network. Mike V, good morning. Glad you're here. We're talking about the Dues Payer, big surprise. We're talking about how he doesn't respect the Constitution. We are talking about how he doesn't respect the Bill of Rights, the Magna Carta. He doesn't respect anything in America. Of course, when you can't read or write, it's hard to read the Constitution. And Mike B probably agrees. Why does he do that? What gives him the right? There's nothing you can believe about that Shuley network. There's nothing you can believe about it. Need a sip of water, folks. Stand by. That's right. He never even heard of the Magna Carta. I agree with Mike. He doesn't know anything about the King George or our founding fathers' Magna Carta in 1215. He couldn't pay attention in class. Couldn't color in between the lines. He couldn't do it. It was asking too much. His friend. What about his friend? His friend. Former producer. What can we say about him? 6,000 images. This was his childhood friend. They played Monopoly together. They went to camp together. They made s'mores together. How could he not know? They played video games together. The Commodore 64. They played Jupiter Taxi. Space Taxi. How could he not know? That's right, Detroit. 6,000. That's a big number. That's not a mistake, folks. 6,000 is not, oh, I clicked on something by accident and I automatically deleted it. 6,000 times? We can't buy that. There's nothing we can buy about that. That's unbelievable. That's preposterous. Not even Marcia Clark would believe that. And that's a fact. That's a fact, Jack. Do you think Mark Furman planted that evidence? 6,000 images? Do you think he did that in this case? Do you think that's probable? Do you think all the officers on the LAPD planted that evidence? What about that? There's nothing you can believe about that evidence. That's right, Shirley didn't notice at least one of those images in second grade? This started in second grade when they both failed. Hey, ZR. Okay. Yeah, there is a yellow foot. What color are they supposed to be? Red? This town's a little backwards, so they do things how they want to do things. That's over there, I guess. We'll walk back to it. I guess, yeah. They do things like the Shirley Network. Okay? They don't respect the Constitution. They don't respect the local building codes. They don't respect the fire codes. That's typical Shirley. But if he could read or write, maybe we wouldn't have this problem. Could you imagine his kids? What he has to say to his kids? And we're talking about the shitware, the dues payer. He's got to tell his kids, instead of working a 9-to-5 job, being a man, maybe working a union job if he's a good man, or even on the other side, as long as you're a decent man. But he's got to tell his kids, and this is disturbing, he has to tell his kids, and this is a Shirley, that he makes fun of a guy that's more successful than him. Thank you very much, Mike B. I appreciate the super chat. Mike V is advising, have a great day. Weather looks great where you are. Enjoying your content. Thank you very much for being here, Mike. Appreciate the super chat. Always great to see you. But surely the shitware has to tell. He's got to tell. He has to tell his kids he makes fun of someone that's more famous than he was ever famous. And I'm better looking. And I'm more successful. I drive Mercedes-Benz. Does the dues payer even own a car? What about that car? There's nothing good about him. There's nothing we can believe about the shitware. Except that he's a failure. He's afraid. Fake, false, fraud, failure, flunky, floozy. I don't believe anything about that shitware. You don't believe anything about that shitware. I don't believe it. You don't believe it. I don't see it. You don't see it. Be a he, be a D it. That's a fact check. We're going to talk facts here. We're going to talk about the Constitution. And the dues payer's lack of respect for the Constitution. I was taught the Constitution starting in 8th grade, all the way up to NYU University. New York University. That's where real men went. And it paid off. Got a job working on Howard Stern. Put my dues in. Made it all the way to the Tonight Show. Got paid $500,000. Invested the money wisely. I invested in stocks. I invested in bonds. Annuities. Real estate. A diversified portfolio. Do you think the dues payer has a diversified portfolio? That's right, Mike V. A gold star diploma from NYU cannot be matched. And if one more bozo in this Dabbleverse advises that I don't have my diploma, thank you, Fire and Rescue. Oh, I get it. That's why you're into the hydrants, because you're a fire guy. Thank you for your service, by the way. Oh, and I can see there's another yellow one down the road there. So I'm assuming that they're supposed to be red, right? I'm a layman with the fire stuff. Now that I say that out loud, I think, like I said, most fire hydrants are probably red. Do you think Shuli knows that? Do you think he knows anything? Do you think he even knows how to put out fire? Probably just causes fires all day. That's right, Detroit by Dark. I help people overcome stuttering. Shuli overlooks 6,000 images. 6,000 images. 6,000 is not a mistake. 6,000 is not, oh, you clicked something by mistake and you erased it immediately. That's not a mistake 6,000 times. I mean, even talking about the fact that that's right, Mike V. Shuli colors outside the lines. What gives him the right to talk about my channel, though? And about me? Makes fun of the way I eat. That's illegal. Makes fun of my friend Rob Saul. Rob Saul did not what on his dog. The vet did. And that was the vet's job. That's what they do. But if you're too busy eating glue, you can't deal with facts. You notice when they have nothing to say, they'll say anything? That's an example of that. That's what they do. They'll say anything. They'll do anything. That's what they do. What gives them the right to say anything? Well, I probably have some stocks and socks, but I mean, I invest with good companies like Disney, Coca-Cola, Tesla, and Chevron. Good companies. Johnson & Johnson and Shuli. Can't even pronounce those names. You can't read or write. There's nothing. It's an example of how low he'll go. These are facts. I don't even think Shuli has a license. He can't drive a car. You gotta read and write to drive a car. He can't pass a license test. You know, this network isn't as big as people think. When you're buying views, those views don't count. Okay? Oh my God, Detroit by Dark, thank you so much for the super chat. You and Mike V are top supporters of the channel. I appreciate everyone, though. Thank you so much, Detroit by Dark. And this proves, these super chats prove that I'm number one. And the Shuli network is fraudulent. And they will be held in contempt of court. They will be held. We're going to hold their feet to the fire. We're going to be taking them to court. We'll be taking their channels down. I will own the Shuli network. Not that I would want it. There's nothing we can do about that Shuli network except close it down. Vince Lawyer agrees. And you guys know him. I'm friends with Vinny again. He's a good guy. We settled the case. What about that case? It had Chili's name written all over it. He's a troublemaker. What about that? They didn't really do a great paint job on this thing. Looks like something that this shitware painted. It's needed a second coat. They couldn't color in between the lines. They colored outside the lines like the newspaper. How's that right? How's that fair? How's that just in this country? In America. They don't respect America. Well, we went over that. We're going to be doing more streams on the magnet. Whoa! Oh, that's a big dip. Almost had to sue the town. They don't respect America. Oh. And that's a fact. That's a fact check. Oh. Yeah, that's right. Chili did that. And look at all this trash that he put on over here. How can he do it? What gives him the right? How can he feel good about that? There's nothing you can feel good about that. Yeah, he is jelly. Mike V is correct again. That's a fact. That's a fact check. People like to attack me and attack my friends, Rob Saul. A good and decent man. A law-abiding citizen. He was framed many years ago for on-the-job incident where he was a good man. He was framed. What about that? You can frame anyone you want in this country. Ask Mark Fuhrman. Ask him. We all know who Mark Fuhrman framed in the 90s. Why did he plant the glove? Why did he do that in this country? Because he could? Because he was jealous of a celebrity? Why is that okay in this country? And Shirley left that cart very disrespectful. Why did he do that? Why did he do that? Why is that okay? There's nothing okay about that. It's a fact backed up by documents. Backed up by the truth. More trash left by a Shuli. And or the Shuli Network. Let's put the traffic cam back on, folks. People are in a big hurry. How's everyone doing today? We got a Tim Hortons there, and a McDonald's there. Hope everyone's having a great day. Oh yeah, me too, Mike. As you can see, I stream here quite often. It's my favorite corner. I should probably cut down on between the Tim Hortons and McDonald's. But when you're the Duke, you get to do what you want. I'm still in my ideal weight, 175 pounds. Pure muscle. 4 hours at the gym never hurts anyone. Oh yeah, you like the donut holes? That's cool. I usually get a one of those steak paninis or a cheese panini. Sometimes a ham and cheese. Sometimes a BLT. Sorry to offend any vegans out there watching. Okay. We're trying to eat healthy, but we're taking baby steps. As for McDonald's, you can't beat their breakfast burritos. That's a fact check. It's a fact backed up by documents. Backed by the truth. Oh yeah, their BLTs are good, for a sandwich shop. Yeah, we have, in this area in Buffalo, we have, there's a Tim Hortons literally at every corner, which is fine. And they're all busy. They're all busy. What about that? What about that? The dues payer has got nothing to do. I'm sure he's going to do a show about my show. That's how jealous he is of me. That's what he does. He likes being stupid. He has no friends. He's got to pay people to be his friend. He's got to pay people to go on his sleazy show where he sleazes around the issues. That's him. That's that man. He's the dues payer. He's the one. He's the man guilty. He set me up to take the fall. He's the one. He doesn't leave his studio. What about that? Why can't he leave the studio? When's the last time he left the studio? When's the last time Rocco left the studio? What about that? What about that? There's nothing we can accept about that dues payer. Like I said, for a review, he doesn't respect the laws of the land. He doesn't respect our founding fathers. He can't name 5 presidents. What about the Duke? The Duke can name 5 presidents. Hamilton, Washington, McKinley, Clinton, Al Gore. That's 5, folks. I'm the one. I'm the man. I'm the one that gets things done, folks. I think we're bringing this to an end. I want to thank everyone for being here. Detroit by Dark, thank you so much for the super chat. Mike V, thank you so much for the super chat. Irish, thanks for being here. Ricardo, thanks for being here. Elderly, thanks for being here. Detroit by Dark, thank you again. Keep Living 7, thank you. Fire and Rescue, thank you. Mike V, thanks for being here. Always great to see you. Thank you, ZR. I think that is it. Have a great day, guys. Oh my God, thanks a lot, Mike V. Thanks for the next super chat. I really appreciate it. Have a great day, folks. Bye now. Ooh. Hey, what's up?